Welcome to the Hoets-Turner Ceramics channel. I am going to be throwing some teacups, some large bowl type teacups. I've got 450 grams of clay. My measurement is 10 by 7. I've cut 2 shrinkage sticks. And now I'm shaping the bottom nice and bowl-like. And I'm bringing my fingers in and out. So I'm doing the compressing. Bringing up the wall, the first pull-up. Bringing it all into a tower. Taking a little bit of excess clay off. Getting ready for the second pull-up. Slowing the wheel down a little bit. Taking a little bit more clay off the bottom here. I'm going to do the final shape now. Coming up and out. Give it a little bit of a rim. And I'm just going to take my fingers in and make it nice and bowl-like. Go. A nice fat teacup. It's going to shrink nicely to the size I want. Pop it off. I don't cut them off because they actually come off of these very oiled backs of mine. Here we go. So 10 cups thrown. My cups are leather hard and I need to turn the bottom, create their foot, and then pull the coil that's going to create the handle. I'm now going to turn the teacup. See all the clay at the bottom? So firstly you take a really good look inside. Always tap it to hear the thickness of it. I can feel how thin it needs to be and I know more or less where I want to put the foot. I've already turned this one so that is my desired effect. Center from the middle. Taps onto your finger, just move it slightly away until your finger actually touches the pot the whole way around. Then you know it's centered. When you put on your clay, sausages push downwards at the same time, otherwise you push your pot back off center. Got a bunch of homemade tools that I got from my dad's studio. Old boxing wire that you can find. I want it to be quite a wide foot, not too piddly and topsy-turvy. I'm going to cut down, take quite a lot of clay off. I'm really going to cut in quite aggressively now and I might get to my shape. Every putter finishes a pot in a different way. I always like to really define my foot because I like every piece I make to almost become a lid. I'm very into functionality. So if I were to pick this cup up, it would have a grip instead of your fingers slipping. So that drives me mad trying to pick something up that's upside down. Now the inside line, your fingers are always talking to each other. There's always a connection between the left and the right side. Now I'm going to do a cut down. So they're all like this. I'm actually using this to stay on the pot, this one there to actually give me the measurement guide so I can go down exactly how I want. Also I can hear how thick my pot is by the actual tap back. You can actually almost feel the density of the clay with the sound it makes back at you. It's nice to have a big foot on a teacup because the tea is too hot. Sometimes you can hold the foot, but these ones are in fact having handles, so it's not so serious. Now the top of your cup, the rim, there needs to be a relationship from your rim to your foot. They have to be the similar thickness and also rounded like the rim would be. So that's a very important part of turning, to know that. That was taught to me by Wilma Cruz and it was one of the best tips I ever got. It really made me look at pottery. Also, there needs to be a relationship with the actual pot coming up to the foot of the pot, to the base. But this pot is actually very flat at the bottom and then it goes up. If I was to break this cup in half, it needs to be absolutely equally thick wherever it is, so you don't have a bulgy piece. That's a bit of the technical side. Now I pick up the pot. I can feel the foot. Feels like there's a bit of thickness here still, and if I went down I can feel it feels still slightly thick there, so then I put it back on. I have been through many a pot on the foot, so you kind of start to get a feeling for if you go too deep. The clay will actually give a little bounce back just before you go through it. Cut in here a little bit more, and there's actually quite a lot of clay over there that I can take away. And then I always leave a detailed line where the glaze feels like the good weight and height. And now I'm going to do some handles. So really grip the clay from the top and just pull it down. There's a gentle pulling action. It mustn't be too tight, otherwise it'll just break the clay off. So I've taken the clay and I've basically just lengthened it and lengthened it and lengthened it until it's really a nice thin long stretch like this. I then take my little knife and I cut at an angle away. And I like to leave lines like that. So on the inside I do with my thumb, and then on the outside I will do a line there and a line there like that. Keep the right thinness. And then I cut. So I choose my cup and I make quite a mulchy join. When I cut it off earlier, I did it at a specific angle like that. So that angle allows me to match up this angle here. Just rest it. That. Come down. I want a perfect teardrop shape. Once I'm happy with the shape here and there, I do the join where I push with my thumb. And I'll work this clay in this way, that way. Depends on how you like to finish your cup. This is a bit of a, you can do a fish tail. I'm also pushing from the inside. This is actually quite thin where I push through, so I need to be very conscious of that. Now there are different ways to reinforce your handles. I like a strong handle. There's nothing worse than holding a handle that breaks in your hands. There's different ways. You can start bringing some clay down from here, bringing it into that section. You can also take a little bit of extra clay like this and make a very skinny little sausage like that. Weight it and bring it down like that, and I actually join it like that. Not many potters do this. I definitely, just feels right to me to do a little extra step. It's a little bit more neatening up, a little bit more time that goes in with it, but I feel it's important. Take a nice little paintbrush in the end and just smooth it out. And then I do the same on the inside. Also bring a little bit of clay down from this angle down into it. She's just pushing that piece of clay in like that. Where the perfection side comes into things. I do a stamp over there, that's my HHT. I also do my rolled stamp, which is actually my signed name. It goes Hoets-Turner at the bottom. Make sure it's lined up perfectly. A 4-leaf clover. Sending it out with love. So there we go. A teardrop handle. So now I need to sit upside down like this and dry with the others. Lots to do still.